What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I build popular movie slash TV show vehicles using cars in GTA Online. Remember to let me know down below in the comments what movie slash TV show car you want to see me customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next build video. Now again guys, as much as the community loves the Fast and Furious cars, let's try to focus on some of the other popular movie cars if possible so it's not too repetitive. Eventually we will do the Fast and Furious cars, but of course, I do want to focus on some of the other popular movie slash TV show cars first. What I'm thinking of doing is probably doing a separate series for the Fast and Furious cars, just so that it's not mixed with these other movie slash TV show cars. I think that's going to be the best route to go. But anyways, in today's video, we're going to be building the 1981 Chevrolet El Camino from the movie El Camino, which of course was a continuation of the TV show Breaking Bad. In the TV show, the car belonged to Todd, and of course Jesse Pinkman used it to escape the compound at the end of the show. The vehicle we're going to be using for this build is the Cheval Picador. Now, even though the Picador is based more on the 1971 El Camino rather than the 1981 model from the film, it's still the closest that we have in game, so that's the one we're going to be using. Now, this car is an OG vehicle that's been in the game since day one. However, with the Criminal Enterprises DLC that released in mid-2022, this car actually did receive some visual customization additions, including liveries. So this car can be found on the Severn San Andreas website for a price of only $9,000. Or of course you can even get it off the street for free, so definitely a great vehicle to get if you want to do this movie build. It's barely going to cost you anything. But anyways, let's go ahead and start the build for the Breaking Bad El Camino. Alright, let's do it. El Camino build. Okay, so as usual I like to put full armor, max performance upgrades in all the cars I do for these builds. So we'll do that there. Armor, brakes, maxed out, engine tunes as well. Fenders. So this one allows you to just make the front fenders be flat for some reason, but the real car, it did have, you know, fenders like this. They weren't flat, so definitely want to keep that stock. Headlight covers, it's just basically just tape options. You don't want to do that, so keep that stock. Hood. So the real car had pretty much a flat hood. The first two options both have a hood bulge. The second one is like the flattest one. However, it adds rear vents. And this one has these vents and this one has these vents. So bottom two are definitely out of the question. So unfortunately, there's no smooth hood with no vents. The only one that has no vents is the vent delete. So it's up to you. Either rear vents or vent delete is going to be the one you want to do. Yeah, all personal preference there. Honestly, once you put the stripes, it's not too noticeable. So I think you're better off going with the vent delete. So we'll do that. Continuing lights, keep that stock. Liveries. All right, so here it is, red stripes, and it's kind of funny how Rockstar updated the customization for this thing, and they did put a red stripe livery. And if you look closely here at the red stripes, they do have the trim around them, just like the real car from El Camino. So that's perfect. Rockstar definitely put that in there on purpose. So we'll do that. The only thing is that the stripes do go over the roof. The real car doesn't do that because the real car does have a vinyl roof. And we'll get here to the roof options here in a second. But plates. So for this one, the real plate was a KFM 975. So obviously once Rockstar gets their plate website thing all figured out, which they said they're going to do later on, we're going to have to wait and see. But for those of you who want to do the plate, there you go. I'm just going to go with the standard plate for now because that's all I can do. And then I'm going to do blue on white 1, which does add a bit of like yellow in there, kind of like the real plate. That's the closest we're going to be able to get. So yeah, we'll do that. Rear cover. Now in certain scenes, the El Camino did have a bed cap. But if you go through all the options here, you'll see that there's no option for that. There's bed covers, but that's not what we want. We want an actual like full-on bed cap, which we don't have as an option. So And then in other scenes it didn't have a bed cap, which would be stock, so that's what we're gonna do, just keep it stock. Respray. So for this we're gonna go just with a classic black, so very simple there. Now you could also go with my crew black, which is a bit darker. Let me just get rid of the pearl there. You can go with that, but honestly I think that's just too nice looking. I think maybe a bit too much. So I think the classic black is definitely a better option. It's a bit lighter in terms of like the black color, so we'll do that. Secondary color for this car is just any secondary color options you put. Unfortunately, it doesn't change anything in the interior, as you can see, so that kind of sucks. And there's no interior color option for this, so kind of a missed opportunity there on Rockstar's part, because the real car did have a red interior. Would have been nice to be able to do that. But roll cage, here you have different roll cage options, as you can see. However, unlike most other cars in game, it actually changes the seats, but in this one it doesn't. It leaves the stock seats for every single option. I was hoping to see those like red custom seats we see in like the Zion, for example, when you put the roll cage option, but we didn't get that here, which that's really surprising, honestly. Another missed opportunity there on Rockstar's part. But continuing to roof options, only roof scoops, no vinyl rooftop option like the real car. That would have been very cool to see, but nope, that kind of sucks there too. Side skirts, it just adds flames. The real car did have a chrome side skirts, but that isn't an option here either, just chrome flames for some reason. Okay. Splitters, the car did not have a splitter, so you're gonna skip that, keep it stock. Spoilers, the car definitely didn't have a rear spoiler upgrade, so you're gonna leave that stock as well. No sun strips, stock. Suspension, the real car actually sat higher than this, so yeah, stock it is. Transmission, we're gonna skip turbo so we don't have the turbo noise. Alright, so wheels. The real car did have like these really cool like sport looking wheels. However, they weren't large wheels. They did have a nice tire profile to them. So you either want to go with one of the muscle wheels or one of the tuner wheels, because any of the high-end or sport wheels, the wheel's just too big. So I looked through all the wheels already, and personally, at least in my opinion, I think the closest is going to be the wheel called Apex, and then we'll paint it black, and boom, there you go. So you have a little bit of the chrome / silver trim and a simple black 5-spoke wheel, and I think this is definitely the closest with the correct tire profile and all that, so that's what we're gonna do there. Windows, you're gonna leave that stock, and that's all the options there. So unfortunately, we can't get rid of the stripes on the roof. It just is what it is, but I'm surprised we even have the stripe option in game. So alright, let's go ahead and exit to ground, take it for a drive. The El Camino from El Camino. Yeah, this thing is sick. First person here. Man, those red sports seats would have been such a cool option, just like the real car, but it just sucks we didn't get that, or even a red interior for that matter. But alright, that's floored here. It is in the muscle car category. I just noticed this car doesn't have any exhaust options either. The custom shop, that kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the slower cars from the muscle car class. You know, it's not that quick, but it does handle very nicely. Has a nice, good exhaust note, and it's a very nice, you know, easy driving car. It's not super fast or anything like that, but very easy to drive, very smooth. And at least we have, you know, the car in game, right? I mean, this is an OG car that had updated customization, so I'm glad we have the liveries. At least Rockstar did that. They gave us the really cool red stripes, so we can't complain too much, but they could have reused other assets they already have in game, you know, like the red sports seats, and they could have made a vinyl top, and I mean, it's the little things. It really is the little things. And there's even interior models like this. Like this one comes from like SUVs and trucks that are different colors, so they could have easily give us an option to change the color in this too. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop out here. Oh, something I forgot to show. This is the muscle car class, and it can do wheelies. However, this car doesn't have that much power. That's the best wheelie it can do. I'm not even kidding. Even with the turbo upgrade, it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, it's not it doesn't really have all that much power. That's the best wheelie it can do, but at least I can do something, right? All right, vehicle doors. Let's go all here. Engine model there, it looks pretty decent. Not anything too crazy there. Interior, as you would expect. Oh, a tailgate opens too. That's nice. Yeah, not bad. There's definitely, I mean, they were already there doing updated customization. There's a lot they could have done. They could have given us a bed cap. I mean, it's obvious they put specifically a red stripe, just like the one from the movie, for a reason. I mean, it wasn't just random and a coincidence. They definitely did this on purpose. But yeah, either way, again, this is the closest we can get in game, and honestly, I think it's close enough. People definitely understand the reference that are driving this around, or Breaking Bad fans at least. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Definitely let me know what movie / TV show build you want to see me do next down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.